Hi everyone, this is Joanna. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I wanted to show you how to make this neat window card. And I've been having in the past problems with centering the images in the window card, but I have a great tip for you guys and I want to share that with you. I'm also going to show you some tips for paper piecing and for organizing all the teeny tiny pieces that you may have when you're using elaborate die cuts. And the die cut that I'm using is this wonderful heart. And I believe it's Simon Says stamp. I think so. I don't have the cover for it though. So let's get started. I'm going to start by sponging, and I'm using wilted violet for the bottom and the worn lipstick for the top. And just so that you know, in the back of my ink pads I have little pockets, and that's where I keep my little sponges. So every time I need to use it, I can just grab it and I have it handy. I don't have to look for it. So let's get started. I already started sponging with the violet here. I'm just gonna add a little bit more color to it. And it's just, I think that sometimes we just forget how amazing sponging is, because honestly you just need a white piece of paper and you can create all those wonderful shades that sometimes we are looking for and we can't get it from cardstocks that we have on hand. And this is the worn lipstick, and both of them together look just so nice. Love it, just love it. And Distress Oxide, as you guys know, come on very smooth. You get this wonderful coverage. So this is good enough for me. Now I want to create a nice thing about Distress Oxides is that they do react with water. So what I'm going to do right now, I have water with some Perfect Pearls, 1/4 teaspoon of Perfect Pearls in this spritzer of water, and I'm going to just give it a light spray there, and you can see how wonderfully it reacts. You get shimmer, of course, but you can also see the little white droplets, and you can see the different spots that are getting lighter, and you can let it dry. But if you want, you can pick it up. Oh my goodness, and I cannot find my rug. Okay, well, I guess you cannot. I can show it to you, but you can see that this one here, it has more color that has been lifted. It's because I had a rug and I was able to blot it. And because I am totally not organized, although I always prepare for those videos, those you can see that there are little blotches, but they're not as defined as these here. So now let's get started. I know exactly where I want to place this little heart. I'm going to place it right here, and I want to run it through the die cut machine. Usually I do have everything ready, but this time around, just hang on 1 second. I want to show you something really neat. So let me just run it through the die cut machine. Alright, and here we go. I have run it through the die cut machine, but I'm not lifting it up. I'm going to leave it as is. And this is where that really neat technique comes in handy. So you can see that it's nicely cut through. You can see all the cutting, all the cut lines, including my messy cutting blades. You can see that too. You want to probably, if you can, clean your cutting blades a little bit better than I do. Obviously I'm not doing a good job at it. So the die cut is still there. What I'm going to do right now is I want those bigger pieces to be attached to the inside of my card. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to add glue. Not too much glue, because you don't want it to squeeze it through to all those bigger pieces. So there you go. Okay, just like that. And now all I have to do is I'm going to close the card and I'm going to press. I'm going to press all those little pieces. So when they start popping out, they're going to stay in place. Try to keep them in place as much as you can. As you start lifting it with the die cut, it is going to try to lift them as well. But look at this. There you go. Look how neat that is. You have this wonderful card where you have the heart inside, and on the outside you have the heart, and it gives you even a nice white outline, and it's perfectly centered. How neat is that? It's great, isn't it? So here you can see that I just added Love You to it, and I added some glossy effects just for the little water droplets, and there you have your card. How absolutely awesome is that? Now when you start sponging and cutting things out, it's a lot of fun until it turns into a mess. And sometimes you don't want to sponge, you just want to use regular colors, regular cardstock. So this is how I keep everything organized. I just grabbed press and seal, and I put it the glue side up, and that's where I'm keeping all my pieces. So whenever I need a piece, I know where to get it. And this is just a cardboard that I put a white cardstock on so I can see my colors very well. So the colors that I'm working on with right now are these colors, and I'm going to show you a neat way of paper piecing. Now after I cut out the heart and took out the inside, I still have this wonderful frame to play with. This is my frame. So I can do whatever I want with it. Look how neat it is. Isn't it just a really nice color? I just love it. So usually when I attach a die cut to a cardstock, I like to layer it for extra thickness. So here you can see I layered one that I had from before, and I put 3 pieces, so 2 white, and then the whatever is on top, I just put it on top. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this right here, and then I'm going to fill it with all those different colors that I have already ready here. So let's see how that is going to work. Let me attach this really quickly. It really makes it so much easier when you are organized. And I was getting so frustrated when I had all those little pieces just laying around, and in the end I wasn't sure what landed on the floor and what I had available, and but this is just great. So now I'm going to put my heart right here. And don't forget that our heart already has that little glitter on it, because the Perfect Pearls adds that wonderful, wonderful shine. Do you remember that? Okay, and now let's take some of the hearts and let's start piecing together. So I think I'm just going to start with the top, and I think what I want to have on top is this color right here, because it's the closest one that is to the outside of the color, outside of the frame. So let me just take that. I'm gonna push it nice and hard so it goes inside, so you can still see the dimension. You can see that the frame is higher than the piece that I'm placing in. I'm going to put this one next. It sure makes it much easier for paper piecing when you have everything organized. It's a breeze, really. And I'm going to add this one here next. I haven't really planned out the colors. I just think that they're going all are so similar that it's all gonna work out by itself. I'm gonna add this one here now, and the last one I'm gonna do purple because the bottom of the heart is purple, so it's very appropriate for the purple to be at the very bottom. Oops. And I made a mess here. Keep in mind that the press and seal is sticky, so when you're gonna touch it with your hand, you will pick up some stuff with it. And now it's entirely up to you what you want to do with it. What I want to do is I just want to put a hello here and put it on a white card. Or actually, you know what? I'm not going to put on a white card. I am going to sponge the edges so the colors somehow coordinate with what I already have on the card. So let me just do that really quick, just the edges. Just the edges. We don't need to waste ink or energy on the entire card. Like that. And the one lipstick on top. It's going to be kind of appropriate for that. So let's see how that's going to turn out. I have not tried it really before the video, so I have no idea if I'm going to like it or not. I just think that it's going to look a little bit nicer than plain white one. Ah! Well, look at that. I love it. And you know what? Actually, now that I look at it, I think I do want to add the shimmer to my white background. Well, what do you do in that case? Well, you can take this and cut out a mask, because I really don't want the shimmer to get on those pieces on the inside. I think that they're going to stand out much nicer if they're not going to be have shimmer on. And let me add the shimmer. Just a little bit. I just love the bling. Alright, there's a little bit of shimmer, and I made a mess here with the ink. Of course, you guys are not going to do that because you guys are professionals, not me. So, there you go. I'm going to do that. And I am going to add a nice hello right here. And look at that. I have another awesome card. How neat was that? I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you love the different tips that I gave you on paper piecing and on centering your die cut in the window card. Till next time, my friends. Ta-ta.